here we are in Sweden, famous of course not just for ABBA, Bjorn Borg, Volvo cars and dodgy film tracks on even dodgier films, but also for comedy road signs. Now the reason that we've come here is absolutely none of these. We've come here for the pike fishing and we've just arrived in Stockholm South Airport. We're on the main road now, from there to a town called Västervik, which you'll find on the Baltic Sea, right down in the southeast part of Sweden. It's a fantastic place. I've been there many times, and let me tell you, whenever I make this journey I always call off here at a place called the Krog, where they serve some of the best French hot dogs in the world. They really are lovely. The flight couldn't be any easier. If you fly from one of the London airports, usually Stansted, you'll get here to Stockholm South Airport, Skavsta, in about 2.5 hours. You pick up your hire car and you're down here within about 2 to 2.5 hours. Well, it's a beautiful morning down here at Västervik. It's sunny, warm. I've had my breakfast, just having a last coffee before I go out fishing. This is the accommodation. It's self-catering, but of the very highest standard. Inside these chalets, which can accommodate a different number of people according obviously to the number of bedrooms, you've got loads of options. You'll find the best facilities, things like microwave ovens, good cookers. You've even got a flat screen telly. So this is the height of luxury, folks. And you can sit out here, you can eat and drink on this little patio area with the Baltic Sea behind you. Now, we're actually in an archipelago, so it's very sheltered. There are lots of islands and trees out there. And as far as the fishing's concerned, well, you've got a couple of options, really. You can either go guided, or if you want to, you can hire a boat and go out on your own. Now, the boats are equipped with good engines, you get fish finders, you get maps. So if there's a group of you that literally want to do your own thing and get away from it all, this is the place to lose yourself in. And on a day like this, it's fantastic. Well, here we are. This is the tackle shop in the town. It's run by Michael and he's always full of good advice. And in fact, there's a very good range of local fishing lures in here. All of these patterns will work here in the waters on the Baltic, and it is absolutely unknown for me to walk out of a fishing tackle shop without buying at least one.
Yours.
Great.
Thank you.
Taxi Mika.
Okay.
This is Uno's tower. You'll find it in the middle of Västervik, near to the town museum, and from up here you've got a fantastic view of the whole area. In front of me you come to the open sea, but inside you've got this huge network of bays and side bays going all the way down to the main fishing area behind me. Now I'm going to be meeting Anders Forsberg, who's going to be guiding me for the next few days, somewhere over there, which is the marina. You know, when you go fishing all over the world, as I do, you often get to find out the men from the boys by looking at the quality of the boat. Now, to my way of thinking, this is the perfect pike fishing boat. Everything has its place. Of course, you've got a big, powerful engine for reaching some of those inaccessible spots where the pike haven't been heavily fished for. You've also got a small electric outboard for manoeuvring quietly between spots, just little short journeys when you don't want to disturb fish. At the front of the boat we've got a nice casting platform so fly fishermen can cast comfortably and cover a lot of water. And then of course you've also got some of the small touches. Look at where the anchor is, it's in a bucket. Although it's a small thing, it enables Anders to put the anchor out quickly and get it in quickly without it getting in a mess and all cluttered. And then of course we've got the onboard electronics. Really good fish finder with a temperature gauge and of course GPS for manoeuvring out among some of the rocky shoals and reefs that you'll find out here in the archipelago. So it's an absolutely fantastic pike fishing boat, this.
Hello, Matt, can you move to the other side?
Yeah.
Over there? I can put the rod in. You have to move my box a bit further.
Yeah, no. One of the things I always bring with me on a journey is some flasks, because I love to drink coffee. And in this particular case, I've heard all of Anders' big pike stories so many times that these are vital to keep me awake. every year that I come, the engine on his boat gets bigger and bigger. And what we're going to do today is we're going to use that speed to go way out into the archipelago to some of the more remote spots where people rarely go fishing.
No tags, nothing?
Not a tap.
Come on, Pike.
You've got one. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, it's not a bad pike, Anders. It's fighting well.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah. He's really swallowed the jig too.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well done. I knew you'd stroke one out. I've taken the hook out, no problem.
Okay.
Very easy.
Yeah. Nice pike.
There it is.
Yeah.
A pike from the Baltic Sea. Beautiful looking fish too. Let's put this pike back in the water.
Yeah, do so. It's warm in the water.
Because it's very warm, isn't it, in the summer, and we can't keep them out of the water very long. The water does feel quite warm.
Yeah,
actually,
it's warm,
Anders.
yeah. It's 18 degrees. Yeah, thank you very much.
The pike didn't mind. So, just tell us a little bit more about the sea pike, because we're here in brackish water. So what does a pike like that eat?
It's the same fishes as they do in the lake, you know, except for during the springtime they eat a lot of herring.
Right,
That's
so you'll
the big
get herrings
difference.
in this water.
Yeah, they're coming in from the Baltic Sea.
So it's a fantastic
Yeah,
diet.
It is.
Now, just describe to us where we're fishing.
This is a sunken island, and the depth under the boat is about 4.5 meters, and we are fishing on the sides.
So we're on top of the island,
Yeah.
fishing down the edges.
There's lots of plants on the top of the island, and the pike is standing on the sides, just outside the border to open water.
Right. So in actual fact, the features that we can't see underneath the water
Yeah.
are very important.
It's very important. So you need a fish finder to find the places.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I think that's a very good start. I'll try and catch one myself now if I can find my rod.
Put your rod in the water.
So you think the pike are very densely concentrated?
Very often they are concentrated in smaller groups, and you have to find this place, fish it, then find another place.
So you can have a big area like this,
Yeah.
and all the pike will be in one place.
Not everyone,
Or a few
but
places.
a few places, yes.
So where are you going now? Into the edge?
Now you see, here, this is a plateau here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
on this side of the plateau, there's a nice slope.
Yeah. Yeah, pike. Well, how about that first cast into a new place,
That's good,
and
Matt.
I'm into a pike, which actually took the lure on the way down. I wasn't even retrieving it. I just tried a change of tactics from what we call a bulldog lure, which is a long kind of rubber lure, over to a lure with a much more erratic action, to a jerkbait in fact, and this pike really nailed it. Oh, definitely getting some action here, Anders.
Yeah, I think so.
There he is. Oh, he really nailed that lure too, nailed it good. That's one out. That's got him. And there he is. Really nice fat pike. Pike in this area grow very big actually. It's quite possible to get fish of 15 kilos or more, which is over 30 pounds. You always get a good soaking as well this time of the year. The most important thing about this place is the quality of the sport. The pike are very aggressive, and that makes them really good targets on lures and artificial baits. You can of course fish with dead baits if you want to, kind of English style, but seems a bit pointless when you've got really, really aggressive pike that'll grab lures. I've really got to try harder, because I know that he's going to try and give me a right thrashing on the pike catch in front. Yeah, well done. Well done. Oh, that's a better pike.
I felt it twice, you know, before.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
No, you didn't believe me.
Well, you said, no, I
you didn't believe me.
When you said I had an attack, I thought you meant a heart attack.
Yeah. Not yet.
That's not bad fishing, though.
A small pike, but I think it's in between the grass, you know, in the plants.
Well, I don't think it's that small. Very nice. Oh, it's going under the boat.
Pick it up.
Here she comes.
Yeah. Nice.
Very nice.
Okay. That was nice. Nice pike. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a nice pike.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Lovely pike.
Very nice. Yeah.
Really beautiful pike, actually. Now let's just see if we can pop that single hook out. There you go.
Thank you.
That's how easy they are to unhook.
Yeah.
So you had an attack off this pike twice.
That's right.
And
2
then you
times,
took it.
and then it came. Yeah.
Yeah.
Third time, you know.
Really nice looking fish.
Yeah.
It's got a head like a shovel. Look at that.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Really broad,
Yeah.
blunt head. Very wide jaws.
Well, it's time to put it back now.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Well done.
Yeah. Oh, it's an angry pike.
It's not very happy. But there he is.
It's up to the guests to catch the pike.
Yeah, well, I notice you're trying pretty hard, actually.
Me?
Yeah. It's proper pike fishing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah. Oh, that was a nice pike.
About the same size as the other one,
Yeah.
but very
Longer,
strong.
yeah.
Yeah. That's 3 pike in 4 casts
Yeah.
now. Well, it's really hotting up now. Just as the sun's starting to go down, we're getting a lot of hits. Yeah, that's a nice pike again. This competition is very intense, actually, Anders, because you're trying quite hard. I know you are.
Think so?
Yeah, I do, yeah. You were quiet for a while when you were 1 pike down, and now all of a sudden you've gone cocky again.
Well done.
There he is. Well, we've had a fantastic day out on the water. It's been beautiful weather. Tomorrow's meant to be the same. And we come back here to the camp with the boys to have a barbecue. And you can't find a better way to end a day's fishing than that. The food's great. Loads of beer, loads of drinks. And you know, had a bit of a competition with Anders today. And he managed to beat me 6 pike to 4. But he had to stretch himself, I know he did. He was really trying hard. He pretended he wasn't, but he was. And I reckon we'll have another competition tomorrow, and tomorrow's another day. Well, today's absolutely glorious. It's much hotter than yesterday, and we had a very good day yesterday, actually, considering the conditions, because catching pike in bright sunny weather is not always easy, especially here on the Baltic where the fish do like the wind. But we had a good result, you know. We caught, I think, 10 pike, and I almost kept up with you.
Almost.
Almost,
Yeah.
but not quite. So that was reasonably pleasing as well. I think we missed a couple of big fish yesterday, you know.
I missed one very big one.
Yeah, and I missed a good fish too. So there was a lot happening, and today, well, it's even hotter. So the fishing, I don't think will be too easy today, but we've got a game plan. What we're going to do is, whereas yesterday we were fishing the sunken islands, in the main part of the daytime we're going to go up the edges and fish around the reeds and the rock piles, which is another good place you'll find pike. Not necessarily the biggest pike, but a good place to get some good sport. And then later on we'll drift back out into that slightly deeper water and target a big fish. So I think that's a really good plan, actually. So what sort of kit do you need? Well, certainly for fishing the islands and the reefs, you'll need fairly substantial gear. Now, If you're casting along the edges in the reeds, you can use small jigs, you can use spinners if you want, and small plugs. But for most of us fishing here, we're tending to target the bigger fish, so this is the kind of kit that we carry. There's a couple of rods here that are absolutely ideal. I've got one at 7 feet long, which is rated for lures between 40 and 100 grams. And then I've got a shorter rod at 6 feet, which is rated for up to 150 grams. Now, it's also very important that you use a multiplier reel for this style of fishing, because you can fish the rod in downward sweeps. As far as the line's concerned, I've got 50-pound braid on the lighter rod and 80-pound braid on the heavier rod. Most of the surface lures of any repute will work here at Vestavik, so even if you miss the fish, it's fantastic to see them come up and crash the lure on the top. It's more regular to catch pike just under the surface, so you want some slow sinking jerk baits like these I've got here. This kind of jerk bait, which we call a pig, will draw fish up from very deep water because of its erratic action, but again, it works just under the surface. Now, once you get to the mid-range depths, then these Swedish Zolt lures are absolutely unbeatable. It's very easy to fish. You cast it out, let it sink, just count it down, and then bring it back. And as it comes back, it has a really nice, slow, wobbling retrieve. And then finally, once we get below 6 or 7 metres, we want the big rubber lures. They really excel in this situation. They're heavily weighted, they'll get down quickly, and when you retrieve them with a nice steady crank, you'll keep the lure working down close to the bottom. And with a selection like this, you'd catch an awful lot of pike here in this place. Working a very shallow lure. It goes maybe a foot under the surface with regular jerks of the rod to make the lure swing, and that's very exciting for a pike to see that. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, what a strike that was. It's come off. Fish is off. This lure is good for attracting them, but not good for hooking them.
It's too fat.
I'll tease them, you hook them. Oh, what a hit. Oh, I missed him.
Yeah, you saw?
Yeah, I saw him.
It went down again. Just looking at it, just pushing it.
Oh, there's
Oh!
Just came up from the shallow water.
It's a big one, Matt. It's a good sport.
Yeah, it's lovely to see the attack. That worked out really very, very well.
Ah, fantastic, Matt.
There he is.
Okay, Matt, I'm going to put out the marker because the sunken islands here are so small, you know.
Yes, straight away, Anders.
Yeah, very good, Matt.
First cast.
Told you it's a good place.
And that was on the drop,
Yeah.
not retrieving.
Ah, look at that one.
This fish is pretty angry, actually. Here he goes. Whoa. Nice jumps. Well, he really wanted this lure. I hadn't even started to retrieve it, and the fish nailed it. And there he is. And he's destroyed my lure in the process completely. Well, I won't be making any more casts with that one, unfortunately, but it's nice to get a bite anyway. You might be wondering what we're doing, but if you hook a pike very deeply, the best thing you can do is sacrifice your hook, cut the hooks, and then you're not going to damage the pike. So it's a very good thing to do. All you lose is a hook. You can easily put another one on. Now this fish will go back well. With any luck. Now if we'd struggled with trying to take the hooks out in that very awkward position, it would have damaged the pike. So always carry some bolt cutters with you when you're pike fishing on the boat with big lures. And you can just literally snip the points off the hooks and take the lure straight out. If you want to see what these Baltic pike can do, it's just completely destroyed this lure. The pike's ripped the keel weight out of it, ripped apart the rubber, and that lure's now useless. Never mind. Got plenty more in here. Let's have a look. Well, that one's a similar lure. It's a different colour, but we'll give him a go.
This is a good one, Matt. No, it's not so big. I like these hooks, Matt, because the barbs are so small. This one is going to grow big. Yeah, this is a better pike, Matt. Another nice pike, Matt. Beautiful color, beautiful patterns.
I'm gonna have to try really hard to keep up with him, and I don't think I'm gonna manage it. But I'm gonna try.
Pike. Yeah, pike on.
There you are, sir. I didn't catch this, by the way. Well, now I'm into a pike.
Ah, well done, Matt.
But this one took a big rubber lure. Oh, good work. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a nice bite. And it's caught me one more pike. Yeah, pike. Well, this is definitely a moonrise pike. There's a big moon coming up over the island behind us, and this is a nice pike that's come on right at the last light. It's been a wonderful day out here. Obligatory last cast or two, and the pike have come on. It's brilliant. You haven't beat me today, Anders, have you?
No.
Right, let's see if we can get him in the boat. Yes, that's a nice pike. Oh. Well, it's almost dark now, and I can't think of a better way to end this programme than like that. I've had a fantastic time here in Västervik. Remember, if you're going to fly from England, it's 2.5 hours only from Stansted down to Skavsta Airport in South Stockholm. Then you can hire a car, 2.5 hours down here to Västervik. The camp facilities are superb. The guiding, well, that's all right as well, I suppose. And you know, it's been a really good day today because I managed to pip him by one fish. Most European airports have flights to Sweden. I visited Västervik at the end of July, but the prime time for pike is the spring and the autumn. If pike fishing's not your bag, then Sweden is well stocked with perch, sea trout and record-sized salmon. It's a country well worth a visit. I've had a brilliant 2 days. It's been superb fishing in quite difficult fishing conditions, but the weather, well, it's been fantastic. And I'll tell you what, the fishing here is absolutely superb. I've had a ball of a time. It's been fantastic. What a way to finish. Woohoo!